Okay, Mr. Prosper, please, can you introduce yourself?
Oh, welcome. My name is Prosper Yevu Prosper. Yes, I'm a poultry farmer, and I'm located at on the Aguna Street stretch, heading towards Winneba. You are welcome.
Inspire you to start poultry farming?
Okay. Naturally, I just like raising birds. So my daddy also had that insight. He started something before his demise. So that was where I found the interest of how to raise birds.
Okay. So please, your education background?
Oh, I'm a university graduate. I completed at UW 2017. But then I did business. Yes. But then I have so much interest for agri, so that is why I chose the poultry. So this is full time. This is what I do. Yes, this is what I do. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So with the poultry, I think when I began little. So I just wanted to get the experience and then how to go about it. So we just took 500 and we began from there. Yeah. So from the day one, we were taught how to raise them and every other thing with all the vaccination, everything. So we did everything by 16 weeks. Then we started picking the eggs. So the interest became so much. And that is how far we have become. So I believe everything is...
What we are doing right now is a farming one, or you start your own?
Yeah, I have my own.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So starting, how many beds do you
500.
500. And how many beds do you have?
We have a whole lot. Depending on the number you want to do.
Okay, Mr. Prosper, what type of poultry do you raise?
We raise layers, broilers. Okay. That is what we do mainly.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Then at times cockerels. We also add up.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. So what kind of housing or equipment that you need to?
Well, this is a deep litter.
Okay.
And then everything is automated.
Okay.
Yeah. So with the water, apart from feeding, that is done the normal way. The other ones, that's the water. The water is automated. It goes, just put the feed inside, they will take the water. They will drink the water themselves. Okay. That is what happens. Okay. So ours is a deep litter. It's not a battery cage.
Okay, it's not a battery cage. Feeding, what water system do you?
Okay, with poultry, that is the layers.
Okay.
Where we pick them fresh, and we have to give them starter. We have the feed, we have different types, depending on the weeks or their ages, let me put it that way. So when they come, that is the first week, we have something that we call starter. So we give it to them. Mm-hmm. So after 1 week, they will increase to another one. Then when they get to 8 weeks, you start giving them grower. Up to 16 weeks, when they reach 5% of, maybe when they'll start laying around 16 weeks. So when you reach 5% of your production, then you change to the layer mash. So that is the way it is. Okay. So we have starter, we have grower.
So it depends the level that they reach.
The ages that they are, we call it weeks. So when they come from the first day to the 7th day, that one we give them starter.
Okay.
Yes, so from there we pick it up to 6 weeks. Then we continue from grower. Then when you get to 16 weeks, then we give them layer mash.
Layer mash. Mm-hmm. So the 16 weeks, the low.
16 weeks good. It is not compulsory to give them. The fowls are expected, assuming everything goes right. Then by 16 weeks, that is 4 months, they should start laying.
Okay.
You should at least see that they started dropping. Okay, so after they start, you wait. When you check the total number of birds you have there, and then you check the eggs, you compare. So if you are able to get 5% production, then that one you change the feed. You will change towards layer mash.
Okay.
Yes, because all of them, they have different inputs that we use in preparing them.
Okay. So if it's not up to 50%?
5%.
5%.
If it's not up to 5%,
yeah,
then you still continue with the grower.
Wow. Are there medication for it or
no? There are medications. When it comes from the first week, there's a vaccine we give them. Second, it depends. Normally, the first week is Gumru. Second week, Newcastle. Third, Gumru. Fourth week, another Newcastle again. Then you continue deworming after the deworming 5th week. Then you wait. When they get to 8 weeks, you give them fowl pox. For that one, you inject their feathers. Yeah. So from there, then you wait again to 12 weeks, another fowl pox again. Then finally to the last calvac, that's 16 weeks, La Sota. So that's every week and what they have.
So every week, what you? So the food, do you have size of food that they need to eat, or they can eat any?
No. We calculate.
Okay. So how do you calculate it?
That's why I said depending on the number, you have to calculate, because at every week they have what they take.
Okay.
So the average distance for every bird is 120 grams.
Okay.
Daily. That is for the one, at least maybe they need to eat when they are laying well. But when they come fresh like that, no, you don't do that.
So are they consuming water?
Yeah, they consume water.
Wow.
So it depends. You can either take borehole, or you can either choose to take the normal pipe.
Okay.
But these days, I think a lot prefer the normal pipe compared to the borehole because of the salt content.
Well, are they need to treat it or what?
Yes. For example, like if you watch this side, like we have borehole there. That's what we started. But you know the content of it.
Okay.
There's so much salt in it.
So the pipe is better than the.
For now, the pipe is better.
Okay. So if somebody wants to start, what thing that the person need to start with?
Whoa! If you're a startup, you know, pottery is capital intensive. It takes a lot.
Okay.
And it consumes time. So normally, I would just say, first of all, your site, where maybe you have your hen coop or your structure. That is what you have to look at first. And then when, assuming maybe you're a starter, you want to construct, the place has to be, just 3 course like this, so that the air will just be passing inside, because with the fowls, they need ventilation.
Okay. Okay, so how many birds are you advise the person to start with?
It depends on the person's strength. Because as of now, currently, even a day-old chick is almost 30 cedis.
Okay. Wow. So
30 cedis. So let's just make an example that assuming you are going for 1,000, then you have to go and pay 30,000 for what? For just the best. The medication hasn't come. The feed hasn't come. Or let's say workers. Nothing has come. So normally, it depends on the person's strength.
Okay, so if someone wants to start, how can a person to get the one day
the day-old chicks?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The day-old chicks, we have a lot of companies in Ghana.
Okay.
Those especially who import from outside. And normally, it comes from Belgium or Holland. They have their distance. So we have a lot of companies around. We have Kujis, we have Risenko, we have Frankenstein, like there are many. So it depends on you where you want your breed to come from. Maybe comparing the prices and then other stuffs. That is it.
Okay, so the chicken, what breed that you advise the person to start with?
No, as I said again, we have both brown and then white. We have Lowman. It depends.
Okay.
We have Lowman, but they have different specifications. So,
but you, what are
you? Oh, for me normally, the white bears lay more than the brown for that one.
Wow.
Yes, but they are smaller in size. When it comes to selling, it becomes a problem.
Wow.
But with the brown ones, for that one, no. So the brown ones normally, when you want to sell them at the end of the distance, for that one you get a higher price. But when it comes to their production, it's not all that.
How long that they able to lay finish?
Okay, that is what I'm saying. Normally, it is 16 weeks.
Okay.
16 weeks, at least you start seeing eggs. Some can see it earlier than that. It all depends on one, where you get your birds from, the breed. Secondly, the feed
Okay.
you are giving them, or the treatments. And then let's talk about the managerial practices. How whoever will manage, you take care of the bears. It's all part of it. So normally by 16 weeks, you should start picking
Yeah,
eggs.
so I'm talking about the end of the production.
Normally, for bears, we have up to, it depends on the owner, but it's 2 years.
2 years.
So let's say we are talking about around, let's say 90 weeks.
Okay.
So some can even keep it to up to 96 weeks. Some maybe will even sell at 80, depending on their laying this thing.
Okay, so how do you know that this one is out of?
Yes, as I said again, bears normally by 2 years or by 90 weeks, then it's their spent layers. So you will be checking the production daily. You get it? So if the production is dropping, especially maybe assuming we have 1,000 bears and it's only 50% production that we are getting, and that means it's only half of the fowls that are laying. So at the end of the day, you are making a loss.
Okay.
Do you get it? So either you kill the ones that are not laying, then you sell them. That is one option. Or you choose that, no, let me maintain. When they get to some point in time, I'll sell all of them.
Okay.
You get it? So normally people like to sell, they maybe some from 70, depending on the production. If they are laying fine, people will keep them. If they are not laying, but the actual distance is in between 80 to 90 or 96.
Okay, Pete, can you take out to your daily activity?
Okay, the normal daily activities. I mean, when we wake up, the first thing, you pick your feed. Then you get to the pen. You give it to them. After that, if your water is not automated, then you have to take all the water troughs inside. Then you wash them with a disinfectant mixed with water. You wash them very well. Then you refill it. Maybe from a poly tank or from a running pipe. But normally it's advisable you have a poly tank so that the water will settle. So that it doesn't come fresh straight from the main pipe like that. When it goes into the poly tank, the dirt and everything goes down. Do you understand? So the water becomes a bit fresher than when it is there. Maybe the main pipe, it might be hot afternoon time like this. So yeah, it's always advisable that you have a poly tank that you use to store this thing. So after you fill your drinkers, then you take them inside. Then you check. Normally when you go there, you still have to study the room, whether maybe some of the fowls are no more. Because normally you encounter mortalities. It is part of it. So you check if any of the fowls is no more. Secondly, the key is there. Where the bag is? Where the bag is? I think it's there. Where the bag is? Where the bag? Yeah. So from there, the next one is you wait. You check. Some of the fowls, they can lay at every point. So when you come, you have to check. Because when you don't check, the heat from their manure will make it go bad. So when you take the egg and you look at it, you see that no, one part there's like heat is being applied, so the colors will be different. So we call it floor eggs.
Okay.
Do you get it? That is when their manure is being mixed with the water they are drinking, and maybe some of them happens to lay at that side.
Okay.
Then the egg will become a floor egg, and the signs that you see that maybe there's a heat. Maybe if they use heat against something, you see that there will be a change.
Yeah.
So that is the way it is. So from there, if there is nothing, then your doorstep, you just put disinfectant into it, because people will step in, depending whoever is working there. When you go inside, then you have to step in, because it's part of the good farming practices. And then from there, you wait. Maybe normally around 8 o'clock, then you go and pick your eggs. Then you wait again, maybe around 10, depending on, everybody has the timing lines. So by here, ours is 8 o'clock we pick, 10 o'clock we pick. So 12, we give another feed again. Because the feeding, we give it 3 times. Okay. We give it early in the morning, sometimes as early as 5 o'clock, sometimes 5:30, maybe latest by 6 o'clock. Okay, so by 12, you need to feed another round again, then probably 3 o'clock. Then we give them the last one. That is the one they eat towards the evening. So that is the daily routine. Feeding, washing of drinkers and filling them. If it's automatic, you just have to go inside, wash them for that one. Then the water itself. And when you are giving medication, good, that is another topic. For that one, you know the measurement that you have to. If it's a drinker, then we have all the dosage. Whether tablespoon, teaspoon, you'll be taught how the medicine is supposed to be given. Then you do it. You take the how do we call it? The water inside for them to drink. And then after that, you dispose the medicine off, and that is it.
Okay. So with your housing, compare with the battery cage.
The battery cage. Okay. For here, as I said, it's deep litter.
Yeah.
But if it's not deep litter, because the whole of this place is 45,000 capacity.
Okay.
That is a farming listed. So assuming it's supposed to be battery cage, you are going to even take times 5.
Okay.
So 45,000 times 5. So the battery cage, it takes a lot.
Okay.
A lot of beds. So one room alone can contain much. Okay. You get it. But the problem is, the daily washing of their feces and other stuffs. Here the system here is a bit different from outside. Okay. So those who practice it here, when you go, you see that where their toilets and other stuffs are, you see that worms, it are developed worms. Yes, so that is why we don't prefer it here. Okay. That's why we don't prefer it here. But there are lots that are also going to it, because the battery, it takes what? A lot, and their laying rate is also high. With the battery cage, their laying rate is high. I mean, with 1 or 2 exposures that I've gotten, that is what I've realized.
So you prefer this one, battery cage?
Well, when it comes to, I have not been, I've not used the battery cage before, but where I have been to, comparing their production to this, you can see that with the battery cage, in fact, the production is a bit ahead of this. But it's not anything that too much like that, but it's ahead of it. And then one thing about them that I've also studied is, you see, the birds are restricted when it's battery cage. So they are not free like this place. But this place, you all be roaming and be doing other things that they want. That is the way it is. So when you are about to sell them, you realize that no. The birds, they are very, very strong and they are big compared to that of the battery cage.
If you are using something before, I will ask you the next question, like whereby if it did it affect her, because this one I think it will affect them more past the battery cage.
No, yes, in as much as that, for that one, that is the gospel truth. Yeah. Okay. But with the diseases, it is airborne diseases. Normally the poultry, this thing, I've used them before.
Okay.
Yes. As we have another farm at the swim, so for that one, but later I think my auntie had to take it off.
Okay.
Because of the management, the way things were going, so they have to take it off. Even the scent alone, it's battery cage.
Yeah, I thought the this thing is very low. The
mortality rate.
Apart from mortality rate, to the daily activity and stuff.
Oh yeah, why not? Why not? Because for that one, the eggs will be, I just have to come and pick. Most of those things are automated.
Okay.
It's automated, so you can't compare them to the deep litter for that one. But how it will be done well, that is a problem. You get it?
Okay. So let's check the way you pick your workers. Do you pick the one that they have experience, or you train them?
Yeah, it depends. Sometimes we have permanent workers and then we have casual workers.
Okay.
So it is better sometimes. Workers have they have different characters. There's somebody who feels, I know their work, and see he or she will be pulling herself back, something like that. So sometimes it's advisable you take someone who has no idea. You train the person. Yes, so that assuming those who are experts are supposed to fail you, then you have them as a support, as a backup. So we select based on experience. Okay. We select based on experience.
So if somebody is like, we are picking somebody is not is new to that, how long do you train the person?
Depending on the person's own intelligence and, let me say, ability to pick up quick, because it's all about picking feed, going to feed. But the reason why the experience comes in is there are people, when you enter the pen, you should be able to detect whether the birds are not fine or they are fine. So that is where the new people who have no idea will become a problem. But whoever has been in the work for so long or business for so long, if the person enters, the person should be able to detect that, no, at least today, maybe I've been able to give them one back. They have not taken all. But maybe previously, they ate all. Normally, when they are healthy, they will eat all. But when they are not fine, you see that even the feed, you see remainings inside. Yeah, with the water, the way they even take it. Even when you open the door, they won't rush you. When they rush you, that means everything, everything is intact. So that is where the experience comes in. But if the person is smart enough, the person should be able to pick within from 2 to 3 months thereof. Okay. Because poultry is one work that there's no holiday. Let me put it that way. There's no holiday. So it depends. That is why we insist some of them, the workers, they go for off. And sometimes, depending on your capacity, you have to even give leave to them, because it's a very tedious work.
Okay.
Yes. The fowl doesn't know today, maybe I don't have to say, maybe I won't leave. As far as they have given you the feed, you have taken the water, you leave. So if the person is working and then maybe you don't give that leave or something, that means the person is going to work the whole year round without no holiday. And it's very tedious. It's a very tough work, because you picking 10 crates of egg and putting it on your shoulders from the pen to wherever they are supposed to be kept. And the feed is 50 kg. So, if you have to pull that, maybe about 10 or 20 bags a day, you should just imagine.
Okay. So, is it profitable?
Poultry is profitable. It's just that it's a risk that is very high. It's a risk that is very high. But all I would say is, I think poultry pays. Okay. It pays.
So in the year, how much do you able to get annually?
Annually, it depends, because for now, if I can give you a rough estimate, per whoever has an experience in the business, you know that if you are to pick, let me say 500 birds, or let me just use 100, maybe expecting something like 1,000
a month.
A month.
Okay.
And without 100 birds, for now, per the way the price of this are going, it will take you like almost 15,000.
15,000 for the
to
year.
raise that 100 birds. Do you understand?
Okay.
And out of that 100 birds, if they start laying, they can get more than that. But that's why I said averagely.
Okay.
Whether it counts more or it doesn't count, you should just put at the back of your head that for 100 birds, you get 1,000.
Okay. With the workers' fee out of worker fee, feeding everything is out.
Feeding is out. Salary, let me say salary depending.
Okay.
Because with 100 birds, you are not going to pay somebody around 800 cities or something. You should pay somebody to make the person 300 or something, or 400.
Okay.
Yes. So, taking everything out, it should at least 1,000 or 800 cities is what you get. So, if the person is having, let's say, 1,000 birds, if 100 can give you, let's say, 1,000, then the person is having 1,000 birds, the person should be getting almost 10,000 cedis.
10,000 cedis.
A month.
A month.
Yes.
Wow. So please, yes.
So annually, let's say if it is 1,000, just multiply it to 120,000 Ghana cedis.
Okay. For the annually. Okay.
Annually, yeah, because if 10,000 for a month, then by 12 we are going to get 120,000 Ghana cedis.
Okay. So if somebody want to start a poultry, but I don't know how you're able to pay workers and the farm maintenance. Can you take out to it?
Yeah, so what normally happens is when you want to go into poultry, you have to have an idea of what you're about to enter.
Okay.
Because I always say poultry is time consuming. Poultry is not, business is not anything that you can invest in and say, oh, let me go and sit in my village or somewhere, they will look after it for me. Poultry is not like that. Poultry is like whatever I put in, garbage in, garbage out. That is the way they are.
Okay.
So if you don't treat them nice, when they start laying, they will punish you. Whatever feed you give them, that is the result you get. Whatever water or treatment you give them, the same thing they will give back to you. So when you follow the right farming practices and everything goes well, super, they'll pay. Because there are situations where people have taken births where, even for mortality, it is very difficult. Yes, all depends when they come. The medicine you give them, everything has to be on time. You don't try to say, oh, maybe I don't have, so let me squeeze and then give them this. When you do that, they will punish you at the end. They will punish you. So this thing is, you have to have the insight. The question you asked, I don't want to deviate from it. So yes, you have to have the insight. So one, you have to find someone who has an idea about it, or you go to YouTube or other learning channels that you feel you want to have more insight. Then you read. So after reading, if for me, our advice, if you want to enter yourself, then it's better you find someone who is doing some. Find some, even if it's a month, every day you just go. Or just take 2 weeks and go and see what they are doing. Okay. Wake up in the morning, come like the way they feed, the way they pick their eggs, whatever they do, the way they give medication. You have to see all of these things. So that is what to give you the fair idea of how things are done. And from there, then definitely, as far as you have gotten into contact with somebody who knows how to do it, the person will know where you can get the DO chicks. One, we have locally and imported, but I don't prefer the locally ones because of one, experiences we have encountered around from other poultry farmers. Yes, because of their vaccination and understand a lot die. That's for the local ones. That is the personal experience I have. But with the foreign ones, when a white man says, I have done this, he has done it. Yes, but the black man can do it. Is not trying to do this thing because sometimes their mortality rate with them, the imported ones, the mortality rate is less, is low. But with the locally produced ones, the kind of mortality that sometimes comes with is just something. Okay. And when a person shows you where you can book them, either the local one or the foreign one, then the person will have to also educate you on the things you need to get. Because when the fowls come from day one, they have how they are brought up. You provide them with it, just like a baby. You don't bring the baby out after the mother has given. No. It has to be in a place where there will be heat. So they will even tell you, don't put on fan, don't do this. That is the same way with the fowls. They have to be confined in an area where there will be heat. So it's the heat that is going to keep them warm. And that is what is going to help their feathers develop. Okay. Yes, that is the way it is. So after the feathers developing, normally after 2 weeks, then, or let's say we put it 1 month, then you should be able to take, if it's a rubber, cool, then take the rubber off, or you transfer them from wherever they are to where they will stay. Yes, that is the way it is. So when they come, one, you are going to provide them with heat. You can either use the light system, you can either use, we have a gas system that they use to, or use coal pot and charcoal. Okay. To provide them the heat. And when they come, for that one, everyone knows. Those who are experienced in the business will tell you that time you don't sleep.
Why?
Yes, you don't sleep because when they in the night, anything can happen. Okay. So you have to wake up and provide them with their light. If your light is throughout, it's something that is no problem. Maybe it's a heating machine or gadget. For that one, you can leave it and go. But the problem we have is the risks at how maybe they'll be vulnerable to mistakes and other stuff. They can jump and go and fall into even let's say the fire or something. They can do anything. Or the fire can just die off. That is if it's charcoal. So you have to refill. Wow. For the heat to come. So we have times, maybe when they come like that, maybe at least you put it on earlier, around 11 to 12 a.m. you go, around 3 you go, then early morning to around 6 they ask and then you wait. So when they come from the very initial stages there, it is very difficult. Okay. It is very difficult. But my general aspect or what I have to say about poultry is, it is a very good venture. The only thing is if you have the money to invest, you reap a good this thing. So it is not a bad venture that somebody will be somewhere and be saying, no, I don't know, it's good. Because one, it is your own way. Secondly, two, it's the natural feel of this thing. You are breeding animals, you have that kind of relationship with them, and even their manure is being used for a whole lot now. So normally those who are farmers, you can see that we have plantain around, we might have kotomiri, you have cassava, you have some basic things. So you wouldn't go out and go and be buying almost everything. And for that one, you are going to use the poultry manure. So it's healthier more than most of the ones you go and buy outside because of the fertilizers and other stuff that have been used on it.
Okay.
Yes. So it is a very good business that I would advise every young entrepreneur to go into. Depending if you have the money, you can just try. Because even if you don't want to try with the layers, you can try with the cockerels, you can try with the broilers. For the broilers, you just normally just in between 6 to 8 weeks. You should be ready.
Okay.
They are normally for their meat, not for the eggs.
Okay.
Because the birds we have types, so the broilers are just purposely for meat. The layers are for both meat and eggs. Okay. You get it? So that is the way it is.
But the boilers, they eat more.
Yeah, they eat more.
Wow.
They eat more. Broilers eat more. Times whatever of what the layers eat. Okay. 6 to 8 weeks, they have to mature. If you give them the right thing, the right dosage, quantity, whatever they have to take, within 6 to 8 weeks, you should have the required weight.
Okay, so if somebody wants to start and the person don't have time, it is advisable for the person to start.
As I said again, if only you have a trusted person that will be there for you, you don't have a problem. But I wouldn't advise anyone who is not ready to invest his time to invest money in poultry. For poultry, it has to be you, or if not you, it has to be somebody who is, trustworthy. Because no, things will not be done the right way, and later all the money that you invest will just go down the drain.
Wow.
Yeah. So if you are not ready to invest your time, then don't invest your money in poultry.
So how many times do you come here?
Regularly.
Wow.
Yes, depending. That's why I said again, unless you're having somebody that you trust, that you feel a person can manage things for you. With the business, one thing that I've learned over the years is there are calculations all over. So the number of birds in, the eggs you have to lay, the feed, normally the calculation is what will help you. So we like this, we are very conversant with the calculations. So to do like this, if you have to tell me this, I'll challenge you, even though I'm not there, but I'll challenge you. I'll tell you this and this and this. That is the way it is.
So where do you sell your poultry products?
Okay, good. For this place, they walk in. And then Accra, you sell at Accra too. So depending on your production, maybe you produce around 500 crates a day or something. You can't sell all those eggs here. So you have to go and look for the market people.
Okay.
So you have to take some to, other market, hotels and other catering services. But if what you are producing is something that is not that huge, then normally people walk in daily.
Okay.
I want to buy egg. There are people that does Indomie. People use other for maybe cakes and other. So they walk in daily.
Okay.
Yeah. So if the egg is not that much there for that one, you can just sell. Yeah, but if it is more, because one egg, we have an expiring distance for them. Yes, this thing for them. So normally the brown one lasts longer than the white.
Okay.
The brown egg takes 28 days and the white takes 21. That's 3 weeks. The other one is 4 weeks. So if you delay the egg, you don't have to. We have how we preserve it.
Okay.
You get it? So if you put it at a place where there is heat and there is moisture and they come in contact, the egg will spoil right now.
Wow.
That is the way it is. So you don't have to keep egg for so long. At your farm, before whoever, a wholesaler or something will come and buy, and a retailer to go and take. It will keep long. So when they take the egg, within some distance they will tell you the egg has gone bad, this and this, so forth, so on. So that is with this.
Okay. So currently, egg is how much?
Averagely, it's 45 cedis.
45 cedis.
Averagely. We have some other are more than that. We have 50, we have 55, depending.
Okay.
You understand? But averagely, the price that I will mention for you, 45. When you go to another farm, they will tell you, we go here, it's cut across.
Okay. So currently, your birds are,
for now, we have about almost 8,000 plus.
8,000. So a day, do you able to get how many crates?
Well, they depend. For now, the production is a bit bad, so at least our 200 to 220 thereof there we manage.
And then you have money.
Is that money?
Yeah, 200 times.
No, I don't have money. I need an investor. So if you can.
Now you finish and you go on that one.
No, as I said again, it is capital intensive. Do you get it?
Yeah. So, Mr. Prosper, so through the poultry, what achievement do you able to get inside?
Oh, at least. Why not? Where to get the money to take care of family? It is this place. To even pay my own fees. It is this place to build a house. It is this place to at least acquire 1 or 2 properties. It's still the same poultry business.
I don't know. In the beginning, this one escaped me. What year do you start?
The year?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why I told you it's 2 decades, so around 2004 there. That's why I said.
No, you are level.
No. That the school.
The school, yeah.
Oh, I started school 2014.
2014, and you started the farm.
Oh, the farm. Let me say the farm where we personally held up. That was 2011.
2011.
Yes, but for the initial stage, around 2004 coming.
Okay.
That is when we began.
The way you say you used some to pay your school fee, that's what I was.
I pay my university bill.
Wow.
Because I started investing in 2014.
2014. And 2011.
I was here 2011. Okay. You understand?
And then inside the thing people, because starting 11, you went to school 2014. Wow.
You get it? Yes.
So are you using the set? The university?
I'm not. No, I'm still here, so I'm not using it. But I did my service at Winneba, UW.
Yeah. So you are doing full-time farming?
Yeah, full-time.
Full-time. So apart from this one, what farm are you doing again?
That's the piggery.
Piggery. Wow.
But the piggery, my interest is in the poultry more. You understand? Okay. For the piggery, you are just a friend, but that is his field. Okay. So you go to a point. I told you, no. Even though I have some.
Well, I can't mind the two together.
It's capital intensive.
Okay.
One thing about this work is, if you have the money, you will easily make it.
Wow.
Yes, if you have the money, you easily, because for that one, you can go and buy your own items, you buy your own maize, buy everything, and then you do your own feed. There is this one thing that we have. If you are able to do your own feed at your own farm, you will be able to reduce the cost.
Okay.
And then it will raise your profit margin.
Okay.
Because there are people that are preparing feed right now. At the end of the day, with everything, it's around 250 cedis. But the prepared feed that people are selling, I think if I wouldn't say much, it's 335. That's for Sankofa. So when you take it out of 250, that's 85 cedis. So assuming you are using 20 bags a day, you understand, and you are buying prepared feed, that means you are losing almost 1,007.
Okay. So what year do you get the best award?
That is 2017, yeah. Yes, it's 2017.
Okay.
Congrats. It's 2017.
With the poultry farm?
Yeah, with a poultry farm. That's why I said my interest is in the poultry more than any other thing. Because one, even now I want to even hatch.
Wow.
Hatch, so there is this hatchery, this the machine that I'm buying.
Okay.
At least let me be able to hatch turkey and maybe, let me put it, maybe like normal cockroaches and other stuff. So for that one, people can even come and buy.
Okay.
Do you get it? And also take it to their own farms. It is better because I believe with this space, if you have to have turkey around, if you have to have maybe other distances, when you add them, you make it, because if the turkey is selling around 1,000.
Okay.
After 6 months. So it is with me, for me, the poultry, I think I have so much interest there.
Okay, so can you give us your future plan of the poultry?
Okay. The future is there for that one. You know, and everything right now, if you do it and then you export it, you get more.
Okay.
And the more you raise it, in fact, I wish the whole place is filled.
Wow.
Yes, filled, and then at the end of the day, it will also help me reduce unemployment. I mean, that is the basics. Because if I'm to employ, let me say, I think those days, the workers were around 29 to 30. So you are paying, let me say, 30 people. They depend on you to feed their family. I mean, you are helping the government.
Okay.
Yeah, you get it. So it's just to be able to get money and fill, to employ people, more hands.
Okay.
At least that is my dream. And then secondly, then I wanted to go into dressing of fowls.
Okay.
And then let me say abattoir. In addition to this,
Okay.
you get it. So when you come, I want to make it in a point like in between Winneba, Swedru, Tumankesim. Yeah, we'll be able to maybe let me say every day to dress fowls with the machine, everything. So you can just walk in, you get a dress bed chopped into sizable distance for you. The only thing is just go and spice it up and then you are gone. Yes, so that is a future plan. There's something like that. And then secondly, to have a place where maybe we will educate people on the poultry. I mean, young people, at least even if it's a 3-month course, you can just walk in. Maybe there will be a classroom or the place where you train people. So within 3 months, you can go and also start your own if only you have the capital.
Okay.
Yeah, that is a future thing for me for now.
Okay.
To add an abattoir, a place where we can be dressing fowl, we can be dressing turkey, we can dress maybe like the pork you are saying, we can dress them. Then we sell them in nice rabbits and other stuff. Yes, because one thing I also learned is with the farmers, the reason why people complain more is that we don't get what we work for. One, the egg, people go and sell there because the egg we sell at 45 cedis. Somebody is selling 50 Ghana. You get it? Mm-hmm. The fowls we have here, the white ones, let's say this December, some were sold at 40 cedis, 45. But when you go to the market, it's been sold at 70. The brown ones are being sold for 90. Do you get it? So yeah, so sometimes ask yourself, if the farmer, maybe that is why sometimes they say farming is difficult, because you will do it for someone to go and enjoy this thing later. So if I can be able to, dress my own bed, let's say I have a place in Suredo, have a place in Winneba, have a place maybe on the Kiko stretch, you understand? And I'm to even, let me say a month, they can even buy, let's say 1,000. Why should I worry myself? Yeah, because at the end of the day, you are trying to close some gap, and when that one comes and add up to your margin, it will make the business look more lucrative. Okay. Do you get it? But sometimes at the end of the day, you do this and you kind of carry them away. You have to go and look for buyers and stuff. They will come and give you the price they want because you don't know the people you have to sell to them. Okay, you get it? Because sometimes selling of their fowls becomes a problem. Yeah, because people you can go, especially the white ones, the people complaining here and there, so they will finally give you price that you don't want. So at the end of the day, because normally the farmer, your profit is the fowls that you sell. Yeah, it's the fowls that you sell after they have finished laying. Okay. You get it? Because even now, you can't even say you are selling 1,000 birds. So we ain't take another 1,000. It won't happen. How much will they buy one? They buy one, let's say if it's the brown one, they buy one like 70 cedis. So 70 cedis by 1,000 is 70,000. And now it will take you almost 150,000 to raise 1,000 birds. So it's not even, it's almost, let's say, half of the money. You get it? So I mean, that is one barrier that is killing us. I mean, that is the more reason why I want to go into that. At least dressing of birds, making it available, advantage for even to Accra, not be just necessarily here. If Charlie, at a week, maybe even if you can dress 1,000 every week and you distribute and all finish. Yeah, because you're having two dispatch drivers around. I mean, this one wants to buy, they just phone you, bring it to you now. Something. That is the motive and how to train people. That is the one I'm looking at for now.
Okay. I'll come back to the training. After they lay finishing, you are saying after they lay finishing, you said them. So let's say like you say roughly 2 years. Once you are like the beginning, you say roughly 2 years.
Roughly 2 years.
They will lay finish.
Yeah.
So let's say if I should wait, they should lay finish before I would take new birds coming inside.
No. Then you are going to empty your farm. Supposed to do after they finish laying. Let's say they start laying. Because normally before you break even at 6 months. That's 24 weeks. That means they can pay for their own feed and water and then maybe workmanship. They themselves can take care of it. So that means you are not going to take any money from anywhere and come and add after 6 months. Do you get it? But from the first start to the 6 months for that one, wherever you get the money, you get it. And normally after that, all the money that you spent, it will take you almost a year or close to 8 months for you to pay everything with the money that you took to import the birds, the feeding, everything before they started laying. It will take like 8 months. You see, so good. Normally, in fact, after the birds have let's say they've laid for like 6 months.
Okay.
Start preparing.
Okay.
To go and book a new one.
Okay, so the beginning you say like don't start big. So if somebody
No, I'm not saying don't start big. If you have the money, you can start big.
Wow.
If someone is rich, the person can. I mean, you can start.
But like so,
You are talking about beginners.
Beginner. Yeah, then no, I'm talking about the beginners. Somebody is the beginner.
So if it's beginners, I mean, one, capital will be a problem.
So like the question like I want to ask is, once I'm the beginner and I want to start, maybe my vision to hold 10,000 birds and 10,000 birds. What we said at the beginning, so I was not such big event, because of so my vision is to get 10,000. So what advice will you give to me on?
Okay, I will ask you to start step by step.
Okay.
Do you get it? Even if you have the money, sometimes it's better to start with half. Let me put it that way.
Okay.
Then you get the experience, especially if you have not done some before.
Okay.
So after they start laying like 6 months time, then you can start, because there are times where maybe at the end of the day, egg become choke.
Okay.
Egg become choke, so you have to study the area you are and all those stuff before you go into those things. So if you're a beginner and even you have your money, I would advise you try your hands on some first. You have the experience. After you've gotten the experience, you can go all in. And that one, no problem. But as beginners, I believe if you should start with in between 100 to 500, and then you begin small, then you pick it from there. So along before they start laying, because their character is different when they are not laying, and their character becomes different too when they start laying. So it is a space for you to study all those things. You study and then you know how you need to do or go about them. So when you start small, you like, then this is the way it is. This is the way it is, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Then if I take the new one, I would apply this, I would do that, I would do this. That is a way supposed to be.
Okay, so your plan for the future, you are saying you want to train people. For once you not start.
Yeah, as I said again, like to train more people.
Yeah, so once like you not start, if through the video somebody contact you to train you, can you train the person?
Yes, because I personally do vaccination. Like you see, this is like a training. Let me put it that way, like this kind of vocational courses.
Okay.
Somebody can call you for you to go and inject his or her best. At the end of the day, the person, I do that. The person will pay for your service.
Okay.
And then we have something we call the beaking. We cut their mouth when they start pegging. See, when we were in, I think, was it primary GSS, we learned something agri called maybe pegging or debeaking, if you could remember.
Yeah.
That they almost saw tuning those things. So yes, we have machine that we use to cut their beak.
So the machine is costly?
No.
Okay.
No. I think some are around 700 cedis. And then we have scissors. We have there are so many ways.
So if somebody is not working at it, you can start with that.
If you have, you see, there are people that have the experience, but they don't have farms.
Okay.
So they go to people's farm and administer their services.
Okay.
By one, giving vaccinations, because vaccination is just not anybody who gives vaccination. You have to have someone who is well trained that should give you the vaccination. That is the way it is. So, and then the beaking, they will do it for fowl pox and other stuffs. Yes. So it's not necessarily that maybe I base here. Sometimes maybe a colleague or somebody might introduce you to somebody. Then you also go and then you provide your services to the person. At the end of the day, the person will not see you just like that. He or she will also give you something. The person will have to pay for your services. So the person can start with that.
Okay, so they will come when they come to training. That do you charge them or?
No, for initially I think I've encountered that, but you have to. Since you are providing service, you have to.
Okay, so how long will it take?
No, it depends on how smart the person is.
Okay.
So somebody can just use it within 1 month or two to learn all those things. Somebody to, do you get it? So it depends on the person who is in question. That is the main thing.
Okay. So any advice that to give anyone to start?
Oh, one, poultry is a very good business, and I will encourage, especially with the young ones, to go into agri. As I said, if you plant a lot of things around, you have your own cassava, you have your own plantain, you have your own whatever, tomatoes and everything, it will save you a whole lot. So farming not necessarily just because of the eggs or whatever, but at the end of the day, you also plant some things around, kotomiri, all those things that it will benefit you more. So instead of maybe a young guy going to spend money at the market to buy those things, if you are able to start something like this and use your manure to grow those things, one, you can even grow it and go and sell. It will fetch you money.
Okay.
Yes, because people come and buy manure. One manure here is 10 cedis per 50 kilo. Okay. Here people they are taking some. They come from Volta, they come from North. They buy like 1,000, 1,500, 800, whatever. Now they even apply it to cocoa because it's very rich.
Okay.
It's more richer than the other one. That is the way it is. Yes. So I would advise every young person, at least if you want to enter, agric is good. It's good. As I said again, it's multi-purpose. You are ready for the eggs and for the fowls, but the litter too, you are going to use for a lot of things. So you go a long way if only you do it well. Okay. Yes.
Okay, so your experience, if somebody outside wants to start up of poultry, what advice would you give the person?
Oh, one, as I said again, you have to find your location. You know, sometimes the weather, wherever your farm is part.
Somebody is outside Ghana.
Outside Ghana.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would advise the person to go into it. Why not?
So like advice because you don't know anything about poultry and you want to start.
Oh, if the person really doesn't have any much idea, so we have online platforms again, as I said. The person can read about it. So if the person who wants to start it there, the person can still just follow the same procedures by looking for where he or she needs to house the fowls. From there, looking for where you need to book them, where to pick them from, where to get the feed, and then the vaccinations and the medications also. And then the person can begin.
So if somebody wants to start and the person call you to go and check the...
Yeah, normally, so that's especially people who call, go and watch, like maybe my land, where I want to start, like it is part of it.
So do you have time to do that?
Oh, why not? It's the business, so definitely we all affect each other in a different angle. So,
okay. So poultry, do you need to buy land or you need to rent land?
I think that is a personal question. Because when you buy, it's for you. And when you lease, at a point in time, they'll come for it. One, poultry is not normally done in town. You have to isolate yourself from the main town because of one, the atmosphere. So if you are in town, you see that maybe this environmental protection agency people will be disturbing you because of the scent and other stuff. So one, you have to distance yourself from the main community.
Okay.
Yes, that is one thing. And from there, I mean, you can start with your structures and then you move on. And light is also a factor.
Lighting.
Light, yeah.
What, they sleep with light or?
Yeah, when they come like that, you have to give them light throughout.
For they would.
They would check, yeah.
But they've grown up within like.
You can, yes. People still give them throughout.
Wow.
Yes.
But you don't do it like this.
No, for me, when they grow, in fact, we just give it to them at dawn.
Okay.
And maybe around 4 o'clock so that they will begin and start drinking and then building up their system for the day. But when it is maybe in the evening, we put it off so that they will rest.
Okay.
But when they are small, the reason why you can't take the lights off is they will crowd. You have something important, we call it overcrowding. They will all go and gather because they respond. They are very sensitive. So even if you throw something there, they will all rush. And then before you realize seconds, a lot of them will die.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is it.
Okay. Mr. Prosper, thank you very much. I wish we can go tour, but I don't know if we can do tour. So if somebody is starting now, ask the person to build room for the workers or what?
Yes, you need to have a farmhouse.
Farmhouse. Wow.
Yes, at the end of the day, you need to have where or a storeroom where whoever will be staying there will be sleeping, where you are going to keep your feed and then your medications. So if you don't have a place, I mean, how will you do it? So you have to have a farmhouse, at least, or a storeroom, a place where they can put, or where when they start laying, you can put the eggs.
Okay.
Yes, you can't put the eggs outside.
These are they are white bears.
Okay.
You know, we have white and brown. So the white one, they lay the white eggs, and then the brown, they lay the brown ones.
Okay.
That is the way it is. But these are imported bears.
Okay.
We took them from Risenko in Ghana. Yes. So they are almost 2 years. They are barely 2 years. So very soon they will be disposed of for new.
So that was.
This is what we feed in.
Okay.
These are the feeding troughs.
Okay.
Yes, and then these are the automated ones.
Okay.
This is the water, where the water they drink this thing. So it's an automatic distance from the top there down to the last one.
Okay.
Yeah, so for this one, you only have to come and wash it in the morning. For the water, it's just constant.
Okay.
It's just there. You don't close it. Yes.
Okay.
So that is it. So with the water, all is automated.
Okay.
Apart from the feeding is just the manual one, but everything.
So the feed is how many times do you?
We feed 3 times.
Like
Normally,
I'm talking about the waste.
the waste.
Yeah.
That is the manure in it.
Yeah, man.
Yes. So normally people come and take it away. People that normally farm tomatoes and pepper and other stuffs, they come for it. So I think barely every 4 months or 3 to 4 months, we need to call. Even if they don't call us, sometimes we have to take it out so that the birds will feel free. Because there's so much heat when they are there, they need to feel free. They need to feel free, so that is the way it is. So we take it off when people don't come, and then we put them somewhere so that the room will be free for them. That is the way it is.
So this thing, well,
These are the laying coops.
okay.
So yes, they will enter and then they go and lay inside. So this is the way it is.
Okay.
Yes, this is the way it is.
Okay.
This is the way it is. So normally when you are you come and pick. Yes, this is how it looks like.
Okay.
Yes. So for here we pick the egg 4 times in a day.
Okay.
We pick it 8, we pick it 10, we pick it 12, then we pick it barely to 4 o'clock, and then we are done for the day.
Okay, Mr. Prosper, thank you very much. Please, can you share your telephone number and your location?
Okay, my number is 0242498103. And then the other one is 0535091713. Yeah, our MTN lines.
Okay, social handle.
Social handle, yes. So I'm on IG, and then I'm Yevu Prosper.
Okay.
And then, but I think with the poultry and other stuff, I also have it that it goes into the company Chikeno. enterprise. So when you go there, you see, I mean, with the piggery, everything, and then the poultry, what we do, sometimes I do post online. Yes, so,
Okay.
yes.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.